Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to reading for mid-January 2023. As always, we're just going to jump right in here and see what's going on for you. There you go. You literally have this ocean card and the ship card. One says distance journey. The other one says direction and journey on it. So some of you are clearly traveling or moving. If you're not traveling or moving, I do feel that your life is kind of, look at this, life is speeding up. See, I think you're moving in a new direction. Although, look at this, the world, are you kidding me? So I feel like you're changing direction in your life, and look at, damn, Cancer, I should just shut my mouth and pull the cards because, you know, everything is kind of like adding up here, but I definitely feel there's an extremely positive new beginning coming in for you. Even the Lovers doesn't have to be love. It can just be you being at a crossroads, having a new decision or a new choice to make. And I kind of feel like you're picking the new choice, or you're just going in the new direction. And yeah, this looks really, really good, Cancer. So I think things are clearly on the up and up. Things are improving here with this energy. I'm just trying to see what else I'm getting here as well. I would embrace adventure. You know, Pisces had something similar. If you have Pisces in your chart, I would definitely kind of watch that reading. The reading was completely different than what you have here. But what I would say is I'm wondering if there's a little bit of a kind of adventurous spirit coming in for all water signs. If you're dealing with a Pisces, same thing. Maybe, you know, this could be you traveling together, doing things together. I haven't even done Scorpio yet, but I have a feeling that Scorpio might say the same thing. So, you know, we'll see. But I definitely feel some of you are traveling or moving. I'm also getting here that if you're thinking about going in a new direction this way, right here, like if you're thinking about getting a new job, or, you know, changing your career, if you've been thinking about, you know, starting something new in business, I would just do it. You do have this card here, this Raven Spirit. It's a little scary. It says, darkness looms on the horizon. Again, as I always say, one card does not make the reading, right? I know every single time this happens, you know, every single card is positive, but someone will be like, what about that bad card, right? I'm like, what about it? It's one card out of 900 cards that I have on the table. You know, you can't judge a reading based off of one card. And what I would say here is that kind of what I'm getting here, though, is that I feel like some of you can see something that's on fire. I don't even think this message is for all of you. I think that some of you just see that there needs to be a change. You know, it's like one of those things. Especially at this time, you know, we are going to see establishments crumbling. This could be like your job. This could be your business. This could be whatever. If the writing is on the wall, don't ignore it, right? If all of a sudden your boss gets arrested for insider trading and, you know, all this other stuff is happening, I'm just giving you an example here. The writing is on the wall. It's time to leave. It's time to look for something else. Same thing in a relationship, right? How many times have you been in a relationship where you know that you should probably walk away because you know that something isn't right, but you stayed in anyway, right? I think this is probably part of the reason that a lot of us, and again, not a criticism here at all, Cancer, I'm just as guilty of this as you probably are, but it's like, you know, again, when we do that, when we stay in those situations and we know that we should leave, we are selling ourselves short, and then the universe is like, oh, well, they don't think very highly of themselves. They're staying in this situation that's much, much less. So then it takes us longer to heal. Again, not a criticism, but I think that we all need to kind of grow a pair and start looking for situations that fulfill us, that are right for us. And also, if we get into a situation that we know isn't right, we need to end it quickly. We need to be better breaker-uppers. We need to be better at leaving businesses that are going nowhere, like all that other stuff. And, you know, that's kind of like what I'm getting here for some reason. Not what the Magician means, but I kind of feel like the Magician, I'm getting a sense of confidence because he has mastery over all the suits in the tarot. So it's like you've learned all your lessons. It's like you know what to do. Even with the Strength card, you know what to do. Strength is, you know, she's taming this lion that's on this card. That lion is like her inner beast, her inner voice, her inner critic. And she needs to kind of like use this energy. You know, it's something that she does every day. She has to tame her inner beast and ignore it so that she can become stronger. And so I feel for a lot of you, this is kind of like saying that you've done a lot of personal development work, like don't waste it, right? Especially at this time. You have the Knight of Cups, which could be a Knight in Shining Armor. There definitely could be a Knight in Shining Armor coming in for you, going this direction. Who's this bozo is my question for you here, Cancer. Ignore this person, go this direction right here. This to me is like the second you pull your energy away from a person, have this beautiful new beginning with a true Knight in Shining Armor. The egghead from, you know, last year shows back up in your DMs. And, you know, maybe they just know all the right spots, Cancer. That's kind of like what I'm getting here. But what I would say is I feel like this new person knows spots that you don't even know about, But again, you're not going to discover that if you, go back to this past person. So I wouldn't even think about it. And again, you can do whatever you want. People always say, how dare you say this about the person who cheated on me 17 times? They've changed. Yes. Yep. They've definitely changed. They are definitely right for you. Yes. No. With the Magician, you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is probably the person that's coming in for you. Again, King of Cups, by the way, just comes up for every single sign right now. Sometimes I think there's like an archetype that everybody is attracted to at a certain time, right? And this, I feel, is what everybody is attracted to right now. And it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I think that because of the craziness in the world, the King of Cups is normally sitting in choppy waters, and he really is perfectly fine. He doesn't really care what's going on around him. He controls his own reality. He controls his inner world. He has very deep emotions as well. So I kind of feel like it just makes sense that pretty much everybody seems to be attracted to like a King of Cups type person. There you go. With the Strength card, you have the Three of Wands here. Yeah, it's time. Like, what are you waiting for? I feel like it's time for a new adventure as well, even, outside of love. If we go this way, Three of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands to this Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands, he moves very quickly towards his desires, towards the things that he wants to do. Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a card of your desires, basically just things that you desire to have, do, be in your life. And so Three of Wands kind of like saying to get on your ships, right? You have that. It's funny that you have that ship card and that ocean card. On the Three of Wands, normally there are 3 ships in the ocean, and they are actually facing out. So they, it could be, saying that it's time for you to go out on your ships. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Wheel of Fortune here. So definitely could be some sort of turnaround coming in for you. I kind of feel like this, whatever this is, it changes your fortunes for sure. Whatever this is here, if if it's not love, and even if it is, it could just be a new direction in your life, because you have the Ace of Wands, which is kind of like new desires. The Ace of Wands is sometimes, I always say it's like the spark of life. It's sometimes just that like one thing that we need to get or feel motivated. The Lovers is, of course, like being at a crossroads, having a new path to pick. So it doesn't really matter what it is but whatever change you're making in your life, I feel is making, it says here, life is speeding up. So things are happening much quicker for you. And I think you're kind of charging forward in the right direction. You have like what I would consider a couple of cards so far of momentum. I wouldn't say a lot, but a couple. This card and the Knight of Wands so far, although that could change in a minute. So to me, it's like saying keep moving in the direction of momentum. And I even think this person from the past, this Knight of Wands, maybe when you were with this person, things slow down. So, I would be moving towards the things that cause, your life to move in the right direction quickly, is what I would say. You have the World, the Ace of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. To me, this is very simply a move. World, moving. Ace of Wands, new beginning. Six of Pentacles is like planting seeds in a new location. So for those of you that are like moving or even traveling, or you could even just be making a change, as in you could be going from like one business to another, one job to another. This to me says, yes, definitely a very good move. Whatever, it doesn't matter what type of move you are making. I think you're just making moves here. And I feel like these moves make your life happen quickly or, whatever you want to call it. I feel like you're making big moves. You have the Ace of Wands. This is the After Tarot. And there's a salamander here on this Ace of Wands. The salamander in the tarot represents protection from fire. You also have a salamander right here, and also on his cloak on the Knight of Wands, King of Wands, sorry. You have salamanders on the cloak of the Knight of Wands as well. So I kind of feel like, to me, this is, again, a symbol of protection. It says you can be bold, you can be courageous, you can try something new or start that business or do whatever you've been afraid to do, and you are protected. So Six of Pentacles is a card of like planting seeds, moving in a new direction. So I feel there's a lot of success. I would also pay very close attention to the Six of Pentacles. Again, I think this is true for everyone. I would be making sure that you're giving energy to situations that give back to you. Comes up for every single sign. It has been for like 2 years, Justice or the Six of Pentacles. I think we're just in one of those times where we really need to make sure we're entering into a situation that fulfills us as well. Doesn't matter what it is, love, business, money, whatever. With the World, you have the Queen of Swords. You have the Queen of Swords twice in that top row. So you see things very, very clearly in your life. You see Queen of Swords twice here. And I feel you see that maybe picking a new business or starting a new direction in your life will lead to a lot more success. With the Ace of Wands, Judgment, damn, Cancer. This is a good reading. I feel that you're waking up to your true purpose. With that Ace of Wands again, Ace of Wands is something that gets you out of bed in the morning. I sometimes say that to me the Ace of Wands is just that one thing that we need that gets us out of bed in the morning, that one thing that kind of like motivates us to action, right? And I kind of feel that's what this is. It's like you're waking up. Who knows? Maybe because we're getting past this Mars retrograde, you could just, this reading could just be saying that you're finally feeling better, that you finally feel more energetic, and maybe you're just like feeling like you're ready to take action. And, that could be why I feel very awake in your reading if you can't tell. And, I don't know, that's kind of what I get here. With the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. Definitely could be love for those of you that want it. Again, Six of Pentacles says you give a little, let them give a little. If there's a good equal give and take, then, I feel this, then there's something, that will be very good. But again, don't sell yourself short. Again, I think a lot of us pick people who don't give enough to us, right? Especially as spiritual people. And this is saying no more, because then you're saying to the universe, I deserve less, right? I feel like you need to say I deserve more. The other direction, plain and simple. Next, you have this card that says, learn new things. It will help you in the future. I think this is true for everyone. I mean, you don't have anything here, but everybody's had like the Hierophant, the Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords has shown up quite a bit. I think that Pluto and Aquarius is just an excellent time for learning. So, and again, I say this all the time, so you're probably sick of hearing me say it. You have the Science card that says, keep an open mind. There's something unfolding for you. Yes, it's like maybe all the details aren't clear, but I almost get that feeling of anticipation in your reading here, Cancer. It's like maybe you feel like something is changing. You feel like something is kind of like moving in a new direction, but you can't quite put your finger on it yet. And I kind of feel like this is saying sit back and enjoy the show, because I think things are about to take off for you in a big way here, Cancer. You have the Lovers, the Four of Swords, and the King of Wands. Definitely could be love. Again, I feel like this person's very confident that is coming in for you here. I feel like they're a bold person. That's probably the thing that'll stand out to you as well. I have weird things popping into my head. I'm not going to lie. With this King of Wands, it's like maybe they wear cologne, for example, and maybe it's like a bold choice. Again, I don't know much about cologne or whatever, but, excuse me, now I'm coughing. Again, it's popping into my head that maybe the things that they do really stand out, or maybe they're bold, like, kind of gutsy decisions that they make in life. Not in a... I don't think they're overly risky. I think it's more, they're just a bold person. That's probably what will stand out to you. Could be a fire sign, but again, it could be any sign. You have basically everything here. And, that could be true love. Again, I also feel you can see here that this higher self angel is holding this sword. You already know the truth of a situation here, sword right here, sword, Queen of Swords. This to me is saying that I don't really feel like you're getting like a second chance, but maybe you tried to do something like move, travel, start a new business, move in a new direction in your life, and it like didn't work out. I get this thing about like now you can try again. So I don't know, that might resonate with some of you. You have the Four of Swords. I feel like you've healed from something. I feel like you're kind of like waking up. This is the After Tarot again, and you can see that this lady is bringing him a flower. So if there's love coming in for you, she's holding a white flower, which in the tarot represents pure intentions. So I feel like you could be attracting a person with very pure intentions, maybe after healing from something. If you haven't already healed, that would take the time to heal. You have this King of Wands as well. King of Wands is about being bold, being assertive. I feel like you should be embracing this bold, assertive energy as well. I think this is true for all water signs, just in general. I would be trying to stand out. I would be trying to get attention. I would also, don't be afraid to take risks. We're talking about calculated risk here, but with the salamanders, again, I really feel that you're kind of like protected from risk. That doesn't mean there won't be mistakes. That doesn't mean there won't be trip-ups, but what it does mean is I feel like you're being, like the universe is giving you a little bit of leeway here to, start new things and to kind of make some mistakes, so maybe you're a little bit more cushioned is kind of what I'm getting here. With the Lovers, you have the Ten of Cups. Are you kidding? Yeah, I feel like this is like your true love, if this is love, clearly. Could be having a family with this person. You end with the Four of Wands. Could be marriage as well. If you don't want love, and even if you do actually, the Ten of Cups is your happily ever after. It doesn't mean you're just going to magically, get your happily ever after, but, picking the new path with the Lovers, being at a crossroads, picking the new choice, could lead to, your happily ever after, whatever that means for you. With the Four of Swords, you have the Magician. You do have the Magician twice, so I would definitely be, using your powers of manifestation to get, create, do, or have all the things that you want and desire in your life with this energy. With the King of Wands, you have the Four Swords again, so recovery. I feel like this, if this is a person too, I feel like they kind of like help you recover. I feel like they kind of maybe give you hope that love exists or something. I don't know. It's like a turnaround because you have the Wheel of Fortune over here. So to me, it looks like this person kind of like turns things around for you. Next, you have this Raven Spirit, or this Raven card, whatever. It says darkness looms on the horizon. Again, intuitively, I'm just getting more of like, I feel like the writing is on the wall in a situation. I'm not going to lie. I do get like kind of like tower vibes going on here. Is it a bad tower though? No, because I would say you see it. It's like the whole point of the tower is it's on fire. It's smoking. It's like if you see something that's on fire, obviously don't go into the tower. That's kind of like what I'm getting here on this card. I hope that makes sense. But, again, for some of you, I feel like you're being given a little bit of time here to get moving in a new direction. And if you don't, then you're going to have a tower moment. If you do, then you're going to avoid a tower moment. So, if there's something in your life, intuitively what this is. You see it. Queen of Swords, she sees things clearly for the first time. Again, it could be this egghead from the past. It could be, it could be anything. And what I would say is pay attention to your intuition. Plain and simple. That's what I would do. I would also say that I would also encourage you to go on adventures. Again, I keep telling people, I've been saying this since 2020, that everything you want is on the other side of something you've never done before. And I truly believe that's true for forever, for the rest of your life. If you're not trying at least like one new thing every single year, I think you're crazy and you're going to be bored, So I would be trying new things, doing things differently, exploring new ideas. Same thing with the Four of Wands. Four of Wands is a card of commitment. Definitely could be meeting a person you'll marry. We already talked about this, but really the Four of Wands is a card of freedom, and it's a card of being set free. So I feel like you are kind of like being set free, or I kind of feel it's a little different for you because I feel this is almost like artistic freedom. I feel like you're being given creative freedom by the universe. It's like the universe is saying like, okay, go create your life, whatever you want it to be. And I almost feel like you're kind of getting that type of freedom. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Strength card again. You have the Strength card twice, right? Yes. So you have the Strength card again. I would be patient at this time, wouldn't rush anything. But again, I also feel like you're doing a lot of work on yourself. With the Knight of Wands, you have the Five of Swords. No, don't. Just don't do it here. I don't even need to say anything, Cancer. Don't do it. With the Four of Wands, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Yes, do this. Something new. A new person. Much, 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 much better than whatever this is. There's actually growth here. There's actually, good things here, potential, all that other stuff. So, new. And same thing in business as well. It's like for a lot of you, you could be starting something new. We're going to pull 5 main themes now and see what comes up for you, Cancer. For your first theme, I can't even get one. You have this Patience card. Yes, I would be patient. You can see that there's a couple here. So if you're meeting a new person, then I would take your time. Definitely could be like a Leo as well. You have Leo right here. This card is Virgo, but, well, it's Jupiter in Virgo, but what I would say is, it could be any sign, general reading. But I would be patient. I also feel like some of you might be getting a little antsy. Like maybe you find a person who's very attractive and maybe they want to take their time, but maybe you kind of are like afraid that they're going to go be like this Knight of Wands. No, I would say don't. I would be patient. For whatever reason, I'm getting this warning about needing to be patient, needing to not, like maybe you're thinking this person is ignoring you or whatever. I don't think they're ignoring you, by the way. I think maybe they're just busy and maybe you're like, okay, well, whatever, everybody's like this, so I'm just going to go back to the Knight of Wands. No, I would be patient with this person and communicate with this person as well and be like, what's up? And I think that'll clear things up. Maybe they're busy or whatever, but I think your patience is going to pay off if this is a person. Next, you have this vision card. I think it's super important that we have a very, very clear vision about the things that we want in our life at this time because there's too much confusion just in general. The more clear we are, the more likely it is that we're going to get the things we want. And that's exactly what I'd be focusing on here, Cancer. Next, you have this detachment card. Yeah, I would ask yourself, like, again, if you're getting into a new situation with a new person, and if you're wanting to move faster and they're wanting to move slow, I would ask yourself, like, what is it about you? And again, not calling you out here, Cancer. We all do this, right? What is it about you that makes you anxious or uncomfortable with moving slowly, right? And again, maybe you find an answer there. Maybe it's because you're nervous that they're going to find someone else, or maybe that's what happened to you in the past or whatever. I feel, again, if you're attracting a new person, this person is not like that. Again, I really feel you're finding like a diamond in the rough, right? I don't know if you're out here on these streets trying to date right now, I'm sure you know what it's like. So, what I would say here is I feel like this is very different, but I feel like you have to like almost detach from the outcome, right? I feel like you need to be more patient. I feel like if you're falling into this anxiety of like, what are they doing? What is it? Blah, 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 blah. Then it's just going to make you nervous and anxious. So I would avoid that. And I would communicate. You have all these swords cards here. I always tell people it's like 99% of relationship problems, as cliche as it is, could be solved with communication. Opening your mouth, saying like, hey, why are you ignoring me? Maybe they're like, I'm not ignoring you. I run 3 businesses. Maybe you didn't even know that. So again, I would open your mouth. Next, you have this escape card. Yeah, do not run away from things that are better than whatever you think you deserve, right? Move towards those things. Raise your vibration. That's what this is saying. Maybe you have a habit of doing that. And again, not calling you out. Like I said, I think we've all done this at some point in our life where we have something that we think is too good and we're like, there's no way this person's interested in me. There's no way I deserve this money I'm making in my business. There's no way I can handle this, whatever it is. I feel like this is saying, no, run through the fire. King of Wands, you are bold, assertive, and protected from fire. Plain and simple. You have this decision card, new choice, new. Plain and simple. Cancer, simplest reading I've ever done for you. There you go. That's it. Done. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your month.